How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ace, and today we're checking out Lorna Shore, Pain Remains Part 3, In a Sea of Fire. So the song's broken into 3 parts: Dancing Like Flames, After All I've Done I'll Disappear, and In a Sea of Fire. And we've checked out the first 2 parts, so if you haven't checked out those reactions, be sure to watch those before watching this one. I've really enjoyed the story that we've gotten so far, and the energy and intensity that we've gotten from the instrumentation and the vocal work, and I'm ready to check out the finale of this, so I say we go ahead and get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, Lorna Shore, Pain Remains 3, In a Sea of Fire. Here we go. I like how this one continues from the last one with the violins playing. It just sets it up for something epic. So this isn't like how the second one started. This is more or less how the first one started, where it's a slow build-up. It's so intense, though. And I mean, I get it. He just slit his wrist and cut his throat. I don't think we got to see the pictures in the second one. Okay. Those drums, though. And the chanting. Ooh. The choir is a nice touch. Okay, so he's not dead after all. Jeez. It's so good. Alright, so he's angry again. Wow. Something about the intro to this song, like it just the violins, it's much calmer, but it has such a massive weight to it. The strings start to play more and more. They bring in the rest of the orchestra and the choir. Like we hear some of the brass instruments come in. That choir, the chanting was just so good. And then the band explodes in with the energy and the emotion that we've gotten from the other two parts. You can feel the anger played during this with how the instrumentation's being played. Will brings in multiple vocal styles throughout this. Like he was starting to bring that out in the second part, but it's really on full display during this part. The phenomenal guitar solo that we got with the melodic playing, I really love that as well. I also like how the title card in A Sea of Fire is in orange. Like I was kind of wondering, based on the title, if we were gonna get fire in this one, because the first part was Dancing Like Flames, so we didn't really get fire, but this one we really did, and the orange was kind of a hint as to that. And I love how the band is playing with the fire behind them and all around them. All the fire is just giving off all this anger and rage, which we kind of get to see on display as he's destroying the display of the funeral. And I like how each part had a different element featured and different colors displayed. It really goes into the whole color theory thing, I feel like, which I'll cover this color theory at the end. But I think it's just really clever visual storytelling. And with the visuals that we're getting, it turns out he's not dead and he didn't actually slit his throat. It was just some really clever editing. It was kind of a fake out almost. He did look like he wanted to though, and after he regained consciousness, he wrapped up his wrists. Then they showed the funeral. It's unclear which part happened first, but I'm guessing the funeral happened afterwards. And then we're still getting the scenes from the past interwoven, and the color contrast is still there, where it's dimmer in the present and much more vibrant in the past. And then after sitting through the funeral, he didn't show any emotion on his face at all. He was just kind of there. He goes over to the casket and he angrily destroys the display. But yeah, I'm really loving this. I think this is a phenomenal climax to the song, and I'm ready to check out the rest of it. So let's go ahead and get back to it. So here we go. So good. I like how you can hear the fire crackling in here too. He's gonna set the house on fire. God, that growl. That echo is awesome though. I love the piano during that. So he really set the house on fire with him in it. Wow. They did a phenomenal job with this whole like concept, like all three of these parts. So good. I really love the instrumentation throughout the drop that we got while he was walking in with the gasoline can, tossing gasoline. It's just it hit so hard. And then the piano that was playing throughout was really great as well. It was so good having the slower moments of the song and be able to hear the piano, and then also hearing the crackling of the fire while Will was singing, and then you also get to hear it at the end again as the house is on fire. Just the instrumentation throughout this whole song, like all three parts, has been top notch. The vocal work is incredible as well. All of the styles that Will has been able to do during this are just so good. As he was going through the house with the gas can, like dousing everything in gasoline, he didn't really show any emotion on his face. And then once he sat down, it looked like he was thinking about it for a second, like he was really contemplating whether he should or shouldn't. And even when he got the lighter out, there was like I feel like a sense of hesitation, but ultimately he went through with it. It was the moment where we got to visually see her say, "I love you," and it was super quiet during that. It was such an emotional moment. Honestly, it almost got me. It really did. But, you know, he set the house on fire. He went up in flames. And I feel like this is a situation where she would have wanted him to keep going, but he obviously, there was no way he was going to be able to. And then with color theory, we have orange, but we also have lots of reds and yellows. And combining all three of those, when used incorrectly, in excess, or in highly saturated doses, they become a state of psychological distress. Red brings hostility and rage, terror and danger, punishment and failure. Orange brings a frantic, overwhelming feeling and emotionally disconnected. Yellow brings manic anxiety, a sense of impending doom, irritability, and hostility. And then you combine all three of these colors and it creates a sensory overload and emotional volatility, which we got to see throughout this video, not necessarily in his facial expressions, but you could really feel the emotion that he's going through with his actions. And then going through the lyrics of this, you really get that from verse 2. If this is all I am, then what's the point of pasting life? Everything that I made became a waste of time. Expressive, depressive, I'm caught up in a lie. And then jumping to the pre-chorus, it pretty much tells us what's gonna happen. I'll throw myself into the fire and burn away, ridding this flesh of burden, and pray I suffocate. And then the outro as well. This is my epilogue, my soliloquy. Take this broken melody straight to the grave. And then the three song titles, Dancing Like Flames, After all that I've done, I'll salt the earth and disappear in a sea of fire. And I thought that was really creative to put that there with the song titles. Seeing how he went through all three of these videos, he kind of did go through stages of grief, maybe not all of them because there wasn't really a bargaining one. And with the stages of grief, I feel like maybe we got denial, just how it kept flashing back and forth between the past and the present. We also got anger, we got depression. I don't think necessarily we got bargaining, but I feel like we did get acceptance with him like setting the fire and just kind of sitting there and accepting his fate at that point. So I feel like that was kind of acceptance. So in a way, I guess we do go through the stages of grief, at least for the most part. But yeah, I mean, this was a phenomenal performance. Like these songs were great. The story has a massive emotional weight to it. I can definitely see where people were coming from. Where if I didn't cry to Glenwood, then I'll definitely cry to Pain Remains. And I mean, just the emotional weight to really both of these songs are absolutely incredible. I'm really just blown away and would not mind checking out more from Lorna Shore. If y'all have any suggestions or anything I should know about, definitely drop those in the comments below. Would love to check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check the description for all the cool stuff like the socials, the link to the video, the Buy Me a Coffee link for any priority requests. And if you made it to the end of the video, I'm at #fire. And also let me know which of the three is your favorite. I think that's it for this reaction. Check you out in the next one. Bye guys.